Today's tube is full to bursting.
We can't physically cope with the amount of people that we carry.
Madam, come to me.
That's it, come on, home sweet home.
And the underground staff are flat out,
Go home.
dealing with us.
A 10-pint of lager day.
I just seen the person squatting and like...
For the 20,000 people who keep the tube running,
International rescue.
every day brings new challenges.
We are a mobile Swiss Army knife.
And passenger problems
Ticket inspector, it's not a free service on the underground, is it?
that could bring the tube to a halt.
Chaos. Chaos, chaos.
Everything running smoothly has now gone the opposite route. See, just like that.
Until I get the shout, I'm gonna stand here and just look pretty in front of my public.
Just open the gate.
Chaotic as always.
So this year, it's all change on the world's oldest underground.
This could be the future, this could be the revolution. Join the revolution, everybody.
But for the tube's long-suffering workers, it's more than a job.
It feels like home, just like family. Sometimes we love each other, sometimes we don't.
This way out. This way. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm a parent, and they're my children.
Mate, mate.
This is their story.
We cope, because that's what we do. We cope.
This time on the tube, there's chaos during rush hour.
Joke, really is.
Staff are on parade in front of their bosses,
I'm getting a bit nervous now.
and drivers face their fears.
We're coming into this platform at 40 miles an hour. I sometimes think, is this train going to stop?
It's early morning in London, and the daily battle of rush hour is about to begin on the tube. Newly qualified tube driver Lee is starting his shift.
Oh, sunlight. Beautiful out there today. Beautiful. I like days like this because everyone's happy. But I spend 3/4 of the day underground.
The tube is busier than it's ever been, carrying almost 5 million people a day.
Good morning, left-hand side. Continue walking down, please.
There are now staff whose only job is to make us move through the system faster.
Well done for smiling on the escalator there.
By 8 a.m., Victoria Station, the overloaded heart of the network, is at capacity.
Manic. Absolutely manic.
It's probably going to get worse.
The system's close to breaking point, and no one sees this better than the tube's 3,700 drivers.
We can't physically cope with the amount of people that we carry. There's just not enough trains. The amount of passengers that try and fit on a platform is just crazy.
Hello, it's Andy.
Here at the tube's network control centre, supervisors watch over all 270 stations, looking for the first sign of trouble.
North 232 Victoria. OK, so we have a problem.
There's a train stuck on the Victoria line in central London, so the whole line is at a standstill.
Sorry, let's stand behind the gates, please. Thank you.
Passengers at Victoria have to be locked out of the station to avoid overcrowding on the platforms below.
Bravo 316 got multiple passenger alarms for the northbound Victoria Line train.
Yeah, we're going. Thank you.
To tackle any problem interrupting service, the tube now has an emergency response team. Rupert and Mark blew light to the scene. This time, there's a problem at Warren Street. Passengers have smelt smoke and raised the alarm, bringing the trains to a halt all the way along the line.
Thanks, guys.
Northbound Victoria.
800 passengers have had to evacuate their train.
Sorry, guys.
Rupert and Mark need to find out what's causing the problem fast.
Sorry, just nip past.
Rupert realises an anxious passenger has forced the doors open.
I can't let it run the service, obviously. You going with it? Yes, I'm going. All right, OK.
So this train has to be taken out of service immediately.
Sorry about your delay.
With no smoke detected, the trains can start moving again.
Now the trains are running through, so we'll stay here, make sure the platform clears and we don't get any more problems, because obviously it's a bit crowded now.
The 800 passengers from this train will now have to squeeze onto the ones behind, making the rush hour crush even worse.
It's busy, and it's going to be busy now for the next 20 minutes while that backlog of people get processed.
Thank you for your patience.
At Victoria, the station reopens. It's now the peak of the rush hour, with 600 commuters and tourists passing through the station every minute.
Comment ça va?
On the front line every morning is Victoria's ticket office, where facing the crowds are just 5 people.
Anticipo.
Sorry, sir?
Anticipo, caparro.
Sorry, I don't understand.
You got a contactless debit or credit card?
I've got money.
You don't pay by money?
Yeah, if you want, I pay my money, your card, whatever you prefer. Mate.
Yeah, so I'm saying if you got a contactless debit or credit card.
What's a contact lens?
It's £5 refundable deposit for the card. So you need
Evelyn's worked for the Tube for 14 years.
It feels like home because I spend so much time here. How much would you like to put on the card? It's the camaraderie that makes the ticket office. Right, thank you
The
very
team have been together for almost a decade.
much. Each station has their own little gang, brothers and sisters, just like family. Sometimes we love each other, sometimes we don't. Do you have 20 pence? I would like to say I'm a mother, but there's a part of me which mothers. I'm a disciplinarian. There's no maybe little bit, I am.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Sorry.
I want to solve the mess for you.
Sorry, I beg your pardon.
No problem, no problem.
If Chris wasn't such a good man, he'd be a playboy, because he's got the gift of the gab. The women love him, and he's got the lovely silk voice.
Have a nice day.
You as well. Enjoy London, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Julia, I like Julia a lot, but she likes to worry. She worries about things she can't always change.
Every time you enter an exit, you validate. In, out. Sometimes there's a bit of a language barrier. You have to actually sort of visually show them, sort of like the touching in and touching out.
Mushtaq is, he's like a crazy uncle.
I've got Aunt Evelyn as well next to me. See? And I respect her.
But Evelyn is one person you don't want to get on the wrong side of.
Now! Because you need to get out, because the police are going to be called, because I know that you're a thief, a liar, and a wretch. Get out my station. Yes, you're going to hear from me every day until you get out.
Oh, sorry, did I make a little noise? You've got to be quick, you know, boys. We have ticket touts, and unfortunately these people choose to behave the way they do because they believe that the money's theirs, but they don't work for the underground, and there's a policy in place that they shouldn't be on the station. We have to ask them to leave nicely.
Touts sell on old tickets to unsuspecting tourists.
The first time I saw her do it years ago, I was like, I couldn't believe it because she was very, you know, like the police. Yeah, so that's Evelyn for you.
This is my station. I work here. So when I tell you to get off my station, I do mean the station I work at.
But the days of Evelyn's team are numbered. Most passengers now use contactless payment, so every ticket office on the Tube is being closed.
They're closing all the offices.
So because they won't pay no more, you know, employees like you, the fare will be cheaper, yeah?
No.
Why not?
Fare never go down.
Instead of Evelyn and her team, passengers will be asked to use machines.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I think it's going to shock a lot of people that we're going to be closing on Sunday, so Monday will be interesting for sure.
So you can imagine, all these 5 windows will be gone. Chaos. Chaos, chaos, chaos.
Coming up, emergency at Warren Street.
Can I request an ambulance, please?
And on the Jubilee line,
One for the money.
Jason is the king
Say whatever you do.
of rush
My
hour.
blue suede shoes.
London Underground is now so busy that without the mobile emergency team, any problem could bring a whole line to a standstill. The team has been called to an emergency on the Victoria line. A woman has fainted on a packed train.
Lovely. We've had a passenger taken ill on one of these other stalled trains here at Euston in front of us.
Pop this on your finger. Your pulse rate is flying. Let me just take your temperature, because you are definitely very hot, my love.
Can I request an ambulance, please? How old are you, Caroline? 28. All right. No, she's not injured, and we don't believe she lost consciousness either. Brilliant. Cheers for that. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Rupert's team need to make sure that passengers who are taken ill are looked after and that delays are kept to a minimum.
I love my job because every day is different. We don't know what we're going to deal with. If you achieve something, if you get that train moving and you deal with a passenger taken ill, then you've actually made a difference. So now trains are moving. Great.
Back on the Northern Line, Lee's halfway through his shift.
I like my own company, so I get a lot of thinking done. I've literally sorted out my life in this cab. I've always enjoyed the dark, even as a child. Even at home, I never have lights on. I normally just walk around. No. I was going to say I normally walk around home naked, but I don't really might not want to use that bit.
You want my phone number, did you say? You're more than welcome. Now, jump on this one, my darling, one stop.
Thank
All
you.
right, have a good day.
It's midday at Victoria. Customer service assistant Sean is keeping the passengers happy.
Take the very next train. We knew you were coming, so we organised it. Okay. Especially.
I will organize for you a coffee when you come in Italy.
Oh, ma, bellissimo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Ealing Broadway service. If you could just do me a great honour of allowing passengers off the train first. Thank you very much.
Peter O'Toole. As long as you're giving the relevant information, then, you know, it doesn't really matter so much the accent, as long as it's audible and understandable.
Okay, we're ready to depart. Please mind the doors. Mind the doors, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to move. Thank you.
There we go. Another successful dispatch. 1,000 other happy customers. God, I love my job.
Please go to cashier 4.
This office here is actually going to be closed tonight. It's our last day.
It's 2 p.m. and in 10 hours' time, Victoria Ticket Office is closing forever after almost 50 years of service.
A little tear will come to my eye, no doubt, but what can I say? We're just used to having a ticket office.
From tomorrow, Evelyn and her team will be out on the concourse, dealing with the public face to face.
It is going to be a little tough. On my legs. I'll have to be standing up all day, and I'm not looking forward to that.
You know which way you're going, yes?
Then next year, they'll move to different stations across the network.
Grounded. I think that's the only way I could describe it. You're grounded. You can't see your friends, but you know you got them. It will just be a different situation, and that's what the company want.
Now it's time to close for the last time. That's it, for the last time. End of an era.
I try not to think about it, because I think that part and parcel of what makes the Underground so unique throughout the whole wide world is interacting with people, but at a level they can understand. So they understand a ticket office, right? Because at the front of our ticket office, it says assistance and tickets. It doesn't just say tickets, assistance and tickets, and that's why they come, because they want the assistance.
You're my last customer.
Oh, that's a pity. I'm
Fine.
sorry about it.
No, no worries.
So good luck for your future.
Thank you.
It's 9 p.m. and Barry clocks off at the end of his shift.
And that's the end of it. Team, Victoria, see you later. Bye. All right. See you later. Signing out.
For the next 10 weeks, the third of 1 million passengers passing through here every day must all use just 4 ticket machines.
It's very busy here. It's very, very busy. And with the windows shutting, it's going to be mayhem here. I only hope and pray that it goes well.
Chris too will be posted to another station, away from his Victoria colleagues.
I'm from Jamaica, and I coming here to live was change for me. But it was a good change, you know, because never been to London, but when I see on telly, I used to love London. And so when I came, you know, and then I got this job, so that's make everything worthwhile coming over, you understand? You see me, I'm still thinking about Georgia, but thinking of it. Last night, it's like, it's really happening, but it's happening, so we get done with it. Get done with it. Yeah.
It's almost midnight, and as people rush for the final train, Evelyn is the last to finish her shift.
Smile. You're the last one. Right? That's it, yeah. And all you had was £2 on the tip. All right. Good night. That's it.
Just required a northbound Victoria Line service. Please make your way down to platform 3. As your last northbound service will be here under 4 minutes.
We're done. No more customers to serve at this counter. You know, they've never really come to Victoria, the men in suits, to see what it's like on a Saturday. And unfortunately, many people don't believe it's going to happen until tomorrow, when there's no more ticket office to see. Oh, it must be 20 pence. Oh, thanks.
It's a new day, and rush hour is building up again. To keep over 4 million people a day moving through the tube, there are thousands of customer service assistants. But there's only one Philippa. At 72, she's one of the oldest advisors on the tube network.
Do you need any help?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to London Bridge.
Platform 6.
She's been at Waterloo for almost a decade and has her own secret weapon for all those questions.
Bye-bye. It's my knowledge book, which tells me theatres, hospitals, how to get the mainline trains to most places. People who live in London are some of the rudest. And then turn to your right. The Americans, I find, are very polite. They usually want to give you a tip if you've helped them. Morning.
Ex-librarian Philippa even has regular customers who greet her every day. But as part of the year of big changes on the tube, hundreds of staff are now being offered redundancy or retirement.
Please move right down along inside the carriages.
Philippa has made her decision.
Stand clear, please. Train ready to depart. Well, there's a lot of changes coming in, I think, next year. And I thought, well, there's a good cut-off point. And yes, there are going to be differences in the jobs. People are having to, I don't know, just the whole network, everything is changing. There's probably a better time to be going than to start to get involved with it and then say goodbye.
She's very polite and lovely.
Thank you.
1 for the money, 2 for the show. 3 to get it ready and a go, boy, go, but don't you?
New York native Jason has worked at Waterloo for 10 years, and he's staying.
Don't step on my blue suede shoes. My grandfather, he's from down in Somerset, my father's father. So I always had a fascination for like England and London, and you know what I mean? I was looking through the TfL website, figuring out how I'm gonna get across London that weekend. And I had a little advertisement for, you know, it was hiring for people. So I said, all right, let me put in for it. So that was the first thing I applied for coming over here, and I got it. So that's been here ever since.
He's embracing the new order at London Underground.
You gotta change, you know, you don't want to stay the same, you know, you gotta keep moving. You know, you're not gonna be doing things old 1930 style when it's 2015, you know what I mean?
It's not just the staff who are being brought up to date. At Greenford Station, tube bosses are trying out a multi-million-pound prototype. Station manager Paul has had the builders in for a year and a half. It's all part of a plan to make the tube step-free, with a brand new lift that will go sideways. Building work on the underground has to be done overnight, while passengers are safely tucked up in bed.
We're taking down hoardings, that's one company, and there's another company, they're taking care of the staircase. They'll have to make sure the stairs are all cleaned and brushed. These guys are tiling. There are a lot of broken tiles over the last few years, for whatever reason. And there's the lift people. The lift is not 100%, it's not finished yet, they're still doing their finishing touches. I just hope they all know each other and don't bump into each other, you know?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and 40 workmen are flat out here. They must finish the work by 5 a.m, so the trains can start running again for the start of the morning rush hour.
When you've got to try and fit in an 8 hours work window into a 4 hour window, it's congestion, but it's organised chaos, for want for a better word.
Drill noise is unbearable. There's one night I had nowhere to go. I couldn't sit in this office or in the mess room, couldn't get into the ticket hall, I couldn't get into the ticket office. Everyone was working everywhere, and I just sat in the car park.
But after 18 months' work, the grand opening is now just days away.
People are panicking because I finally put out an opening day, and everyone gets worried that Big Boss is coming down next week and it's not working.
You know you've got to meet that deadline. There's no two ways around it.
Coming up, there's a problem at Greenford.
I think we better stop that one, because look what she's having.
Sean prepares for his catwalk debut, and customers are furious.
Joke, it really is.
At Victoria Station, there are only hours to go before the first day without a ticket office.
We've got less than 4 hours. That's getting all the materials down here, all the manpower down here, and leaving the station clean and tidy to open tomorrow for the passengers.
In less than an hour, the old ticket office will be boarded up.
It's under pressure now, just less than an hour to go.
They're expecting passengers to pay their way today without a ticket office. For station boss Keith, the stakes are high.
The worst case scenario would be all the machines to fail and for the queue just to get so long that we'd have to let people through without paying. Scale of 1 to 10, I suppose we're getting up towards 7 or 8, scary ways.
Please check that you have all of your personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
He wants to check that the building work's finished. And he knows Evelyn and her team are facing an additional challenge.
For the first 10 weeks of the closure, we will only have 4 machines in this ticket hall area that customers can use.
We'll all earn our money today.
It's 7 a.m. and the morning rush hour begins, with thousands of people pouring down into the underground. Julia from the closed ticket office is feeling the pressure.
We are a machine down, which I was worried about.
Evelyn and Mushtaq are also out in the hall helping passengers.
And you can keep the card as a souvenir. We can keep? Yeah, just as a souvenir.
Got more than £10 there. You have to go upstairs.
But they told me I should go.
No, here it's less than £10.
Just put £7 on the Oyster cards.
Okay.
But with only 4 machines for now, the queues are building up.
Next customer, please. 2 tickets, just one way. And you pay a deposito. Oh, it's closed. Oh no!
Man, this is really ridiculous, I'm telling you. This is, big crowd and all, you can see even a big queue. That's hassle for customers, maybe more peoples, rather than machines. We are in hurry, but we have to be in queue.
That's your ticket to travel.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we're not happy.
We don't like queuing.
It's not a good service.
So,
And we need to speak to somebody because we want to get a refund on our ticket. So I guess when we get to the machine, we're not sure that we're going to get the answer we need.
and we'd be more confident if we could talk to somebody about
Using
the fact that...
Yeah, we're in the queue. We're in the queue.
That's okay. We all love queues.
We are trying to get our customers to use contactless more and more and to use Oyster and get away from buying paper tickets. So that's the reason really that we are closing ticket offices.
Managers say only 2% of passengers still use ticket offices, but that's not much comfort if you're in the queue for a machine.
It's putting about half hour on top of my journey, which is ridiculous. This is Victoria Station. We've got 4 ticket machines.
Ridiculous, absolutely.
4 ticket machines. If you had a dozen, it'd be a different matter, wouldn't it? You know, but it's a joke, it really is.
Keith will get more ticket machines in 2 months' time. Until then, he's making the best of it.
I've been here observing the staff all morning and they've been doing a fantastic job. You know, they're all getting stuck in. I always knew they could do it.
There's a few people, lots of ties, lots of suits. You know what I mean? The people that think the world smells of fresh paint. They're all here to see us. You know, so it's good.
At Greenford Station, it's the official opening day for the Tube's first ever sideways lift. If today is a success, these great glass elevators could start appearing across the network.
This is the 67th step-free station on our network, and we are opening the first incline lift here at Greenford Station. So all of the staff, all of our customers are really very, very excited.
One of the most exciting days of my life. Oh, sorry, apart from when my kids were born. But, oh, and when I got married. I better say that. I just realised all the things I'm messing up and saying here. I'm going to get myself into trouble here, aren't I?
Underground senior managers and the great and good of West London are all here for this PR opportunity.
We'd very much like it if you could take the inaugural journey up in the lift.
Oh, all right.
I work in the communications department for Transport for London.
You're the posters.
Not quite, no. There's not such a role.
Welcome to this very, very important day. So the incline lift we're opening today, that's the incline lift behind us, delivers step-free access for the first time since the station opened in 1947. So it now gives me great pleasure to move it from that to...
It's only a lift. How excited could you get about a lift, you know?
We'll get in the next one. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, like the
Fantastic.
Yes.
All those years I've seen you walk down those stairs, you know,
Yes.
I won't have to see that anymore, will I?
No, you won't. No. Beautiful. Really was. Magnificent to see us moving like it, because you don't normally see that. But I thought it was wonderful.
It's not actually going to make much of a difference to me, to be honest, because, I mean, all right, yeah, we have the ladies with buggies and we have the wheelchairs, and for them, I feel happy. However, I think we better stop that one, because look what she's happened.
Oh, it looks like it's broken already.
Out of service.
With the press pack watching, the brand new, first of its kind sideways lift is stuck on the ground floor.
Said it's out of service.
Station manager Paul is dispatched to sort out the problem.
Bear in mind, it's made 2 journeys so far and you've broken it.
It's all Paul's fault. That's why he's gone down to fix it.
Paul works his magic, and a major PR disaster is averted.
Here it comes. Sally, would you get you back into the lift? Oh, has he gone downstairs already? Let's get you back downstairs.
There we go. Happy?
Oh yes, very happy. Back to the real world.
And the men in suits will leave you? Lovely?
Yeah, this place smells nice, you know. Leave us alone to get on with it, get on to the real job, the real work. Everyone's happy.
Back in the real world, Northern Line driver Lee is aware of how dangerous the tube can be.
People can be very unpredictable. My concern is always on safety, so I'm always ready to hit an emergency stop button and drive in slowly into the platform. I mean, I've had it a couple of times where I'm pulling in and friends have pretended to push their friend in front of a train. I mean, it's only pretend, yes, but still, my heart was in my mouth. Especially being a new driver that I am, you know, I really don't want to experience anyone going under my train.
And it's not just drivers who are traumatised by accidents. At Waterloo, Jason is back at work after a terrible incident.
How are you? All right?
What's happening?
Are you all right from the other day?
Yeah, well, you know, it was,
awful.
It was gruesome. You know
I can imagine. Were you actually on duty then as well?
Yeah, I saw the whole thing. It was terrible.
Jason faced every tube worker's worst nightmare.
Had a fatality here on the Bakerloo line. It was a Sunday morning, so she was coming home from her Saturday night, and she's taking what she was doing, drinking or drugging or whatever she was doing, and she took a couple steps off the train, and then her eyes rolled back, and she just fell backward, right between the space between the train and the train platform, and she just went down right in the hole there. It's not a nice thing to see. They ask if you want to go have a word and talk to somebody or something, but I reckon it's better just to let it rest, you know? Otherwise, you're just gonna stir up that image in your head anyway. Yeah, so better just to let it rest, I reckon. Yeah.
Meanwhile, deep underground on the Northern Line, driver Lee is coming to the end of his shift.
I try to avoid rush hour anywhere. I don't really travel as a passenger. I always jump in with the driver. I know, perks of the job, I think you'll find.
Allow passengers to exit the train before boarding.
At Waterloo, it's Jason's first day back on the platform after the incident.
Do good works and strive to make the world a better place. Have a lovely day.
I guess you could say it's kind of a performance of some kind.
And welcome to Waterloo.
Down underground, there ain't no sunshine down here, so you got to create your own sunshine, you know what I mean?
Change here for the Northern.
Some people come by and they say, you made my day, or they smile at you, or they wink at you as they go by. So you get a little bit of feedback. It kind of, being around people, you feed off that energy. Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Please stand clear of the doors.
You know, it doesn't cost nothing to make folks smile, so why not do it? That's what I think, anyway.
As part of its year of change, the Tube is introducing a brand new uniform for staff.
Good afternoon, my love. Sir, I'm here for a uniform fitting.
Sean from Victoria has arrived to try it on.
Moira, wasn't it? It is. Oh, God. Fall in love all over again when I come down here. Allowed to look. You can have a look, Moira. You're all right. God, she's filthy. She is. God.
Fresh from designing a uniform for McDonald's, fashion guru Wayne Hemingway has come up with the new outfit for Tube staff.
How do you think it would look if I just wore that and nothing else? And the boots, maybe?
Well, it wouldn't do it.
No? Not for you, anyway?
No.
Might for someone. I do like this, Moy.
Part of the uniform, the waistcoat,
Winner.
and it fits well.
Snug. Yeah.
Sean has volunteered to model the new look in front of his bosses tomorrow.
I feel like a croupier with this on. Look at that. God. If you saw me at your craps table, would you throw a dime down?
My breath would be taken away.
Oh, God, boy. I better get back in there if I start crying again. I've got a bowling ball just to make this efficacious. I think my mum would like me right now, actually. I like it. And I like you.
Yeah, get you.
Oh, here we go again. Oh, wow. Oh. You've been the bee's knees today, you have.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a lovely evening. And I'm missing you already. Call me.
Every day, the Tube runs mystery trains that no passengers can board and that don't stop at any stations. Today, Jubilee Line driver Adrian is delivering a catwalk for the Tube's new uniform fashion show.
We load everything onto the train at Stanmore sidings and get equipment down that way. It's the safest option and it doesn't cause any problems on the line or any delays to passengers.
The show will be held on a secret platform at Charing Cross Station.
At present, it's disused. Use it for filming. Films like Skyfall, James Bond, any sort of events.
Are you modelling today?
I will be, yeah.
Yeah? Well, the room, like, there's a room on that way. If you follow Sarah, Sarah will show you where your changing room is.
Oh, lovely. Cheers,
and you'll love it.
How you doing? You all right, fella?
Morning, yes.
Good stuff. I'd like to peruse our Rockstar facilities. Look at this. God, they really have laid it on for us, I know.
20 London Underground staff have volunteered to strut their stuff in front of the bosses.
I feel like I work for like a corporate, office or anything. I don't feel like I'm working in like engineering, kind of, trains. It's different. I like it. It makes me feel like way, smart. Like ask me any questions. Where do you want to go? Exits on the left, right. Buckingham Palace as you go.
It's a fresh start for everybody because, from next year, everything basically is going to be kind of, I'd say it's kind of like a mini rebirth of our staff and, the underground. And that, it goes with all the changes that we're going through. So hopefully this would be good.
Wayne Hemingway, the designer of the new uniforms, will be comparing the fashion show.
100% thank you I have to say about the shoes. Brilliant. Earlier was killing. Yeah. This one is like I'm on. This one is like I'm walking on a cloud.
Main things to remember: enjoy it. Both ends, you need to stop and pose for the cameras. So take your time with that, have fun, and yeah, I'm excited.
Thank you.
I'm getting a bit nervous now, to be honest. I know we're all having fun and everything. Those seats are empty. When they start filling up, it's going to have our peers there and a lot of our big bosses.
Coming up, Philippa clocks off for the final time.
I'm terribly emotional.
And Evelyn confronts the boss.
So you don't like it, that's it?
I'm not very happy about it, no. It's 6 weeks since the ticket office closed at Victoria. Evelyn is still adjusting to life outside it. The company want us to have these machines, work these machines. I myself like the ticket office because it'll be easier to not be looking at a machine, but for me to do it and explain to them what I've done. So that's why I think the ticket office should be there. It really is a personal touch.
All these people have to queue up. They all look so sad, miserable, unhappy. See, who's smiling? Anybody smiling here? No one's smiling, are you? Everybody's sad, you see? They have to queue up longer for machines.
The fashion show is about to start on the secret platform at Charing Cross. The managing director of the Tube, Nick Brown, is here, and so is Evelyn. She's still unhappy about the decision to close the ticket office. Designer Wayne Hemingway has been working with Tube staff to create the new uniform.
Now, Sarah and Serge have been with this process from the beginning. In the industry, they're called our fit models, which mean everything is tried on them, and they're quite fit as well, aren't they? Sarah, take off that jacket. Show us that gilet. Oh, work it, girl. Now, Alexis likes 1940s fashion. She's added the 1940s headscarf and she wears it well. Now, Imran thinks he's at a disco.
Here we go.
Sean's up next.
How's it follow that? How did it go? Something like that.
When we designed this uniform, we didn't imagine a suit with a beanie, but Sean has proved that it works.
That was all right. Yeah, it was okay. Enjoyed it. Yeah, I did. Not bad at all. All this catwalk malarkey.
The majority of the staff know how important they are to the running of you know, the world's best city, and that shone through today on the catwalk. I think you could just, you know, they weren't just like, oh, I've got a job to do. You know, they were very proud of who they're working for and the job that they do.
Okay, so I press the button there, and this goes viral, does it? Oh, yeah, so, right, okay. You were pulling the face.
The staff takes selfies with the boss. But before he can leave, Evelyn confronts him.
I sincerely hope you come to Victoria.
I come through Victoria very often.
She wants him to see Victoria at the weekend when it's busy.
Why this Saturday?
Yeah, come Saturday.
But I live in Birmingham, so I
It
gotta
doesn't
go.
matter. Your wife loves you enough to come Sunday.
No,
Really?
I'll come when I come.
It'd be good to see you on the weekend as well.
She's still angry about the closure of the ticket office.
So you don't like it, that's it.
I'm not very happy about it. I want you to come and see how we get on with our new
Oh, it's a
system.
good... Which new system?
With no ticket officers and just the machines.
Come and see it, yeah. I'm going to have to make a move because I'm going to see somebody. I'm
Go
going to be
see
late.
someone nice.
Anyway,
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and you.
I'm going to shake hands with you.
Yeah,
No,
cheerio, Evelyn.
I like you. I'd love him to come down to Victoria at the weekend. Yeah, we've all got lives, but if he came down and saw what we see, we've all seen it, then he could really appreciate sometimes the stress we come under.
You look like Jimmy Cranky.
Right, okay.
Now, stop
having that.
Back at Waterloo, it's the morning rush hour.
Morning. Morning. It's my last day today. I'm retiring. Oh, thank you.
The word has spread that Philippa's leaving.
Good morning. Oh, thank you so much.
Open it tomorrow morning.
I will. Thank you, and it's always been lovely seeing you.
Lovely having you around.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, bye-bye. It's always been nice seeing you as well. You take care,
yeah.
I will. I shall miss seeing you. I hope your leg is better soon as well. Good. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
On the very best.
It's been lovely seeing
I
you.
wish you all the best. Stay out of trouble.
I will. Oh, thank you. I should be bursting into tears. I'm terribly emotional.
And once her final rush hour is over, there's a surprise waiting for Philippa in the manager's office.
I've been a bit sad this morning.
Oh, is it? I know. I can imagine that.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear. Oh, don't. Oh, okay. Oh, God.
It's a very sad day for us because what is happening today, we're going to miss one of our dearest and lovely members of staff and colleague and a friend.
Oh.
Philippa, you are a very lovely, warm, caring person.
Thank
We're
you.
going to miss you.
Oh, thank you.
But that said, let this not be the last day we see you.
No.
I can only end by wishing you the best of health, happiness, and in your future retirement. All right,
Thank you.
And
It made
all
me
the best,
cry.
yeah.
Oh. Take care, and I'll see you soon. I will.
Definitely.
I
When you pass
will.
through.
I never expected all those things to happen, and I didn't realise just what an impact I seem to have made on people. Oh.
You take
You
care.
take care as well.
I'll see you soon.
Yes, you do. Yes, just everybody's been so lovely, and that's the abiding memory I'll have now. I've got to get out. Chris, can you let me out again? I'm trapped forever in the underground.
At Victoria, there are now 22 ticket machines, and the team are getting used to the new system.
I've been on a course and I've got an iPad and it gives you all the information and the things you need, but they just say, you know, keep it on you. So when you do go outside, You'll be able to be competent. It's a nice word to use.
If you go up the stairs, left-hand side, there's a travel centre.
I am surprised that it's gone a lot better than I thought it would do. We've had a few difficult times, but the staff have pulled out all the stops. The vast majority of the customers have taken it in their stride. I think they want to speak to someone, and when you tell them there is someone at the front of the machine to speak to, they're happy.
Next time.
It's interesting, but it can get very hairy.
That was awesome.
When the hits the wall and sticks, that's when we earn our money.
No one told us.
It's another day in paradise.
Oi! So there's fucking...
And the Tube's back next Monday at 9. Next tonight on Channel 5, Want to Live Forever? One City Psycho is providing just the service. New season Gotham, Wrath of the Villains. After the break.